Hello, and welcome to Bands of Confusion, a video cast dedicated to highlighting local Pierce, Thurston, and King County artists, musicians, and venues. I am J.W. Collier, also known as JW_drummerboy on most social medias. I'm the drummer for a local indie rock band, and I am your host. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Radio Tacoma 101.9 FM for hosting this video cast on their radio station. Please tune in on Friday night at 10 p.m. and Saturday night at 9 p.m. to listen to this video cast and all the other amazing shows they have available to you. The idea behind this video cast is to highlight local talent in venues, as well as trying to connect musicians and listeners with each other in an effort to expand the local music community. Each week I will interview and highlight a band or venue. You will get to know the people involved, the motivation behind their music or the music they strive to bring to you, and more importantly, you will get to hear some of the music they are creating. If you or someone you know is in a working band or venue and would like to be highlighted on Bands of Confusion, please reach out to Bands of Confusion on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, and we will get you scheduled. All right, tonight I am here with Sam Cori. She's a local solo artist from the Tacoma area. How you doing, Sam?
I'm very well.
Awesome.
You.
Thanks for coming. This is really a unique thing for this show because I've never had somebody in the studio actually doing an interview. So thanks for giving that a try.
I love being around gear.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of fun. So anyway, so I just saw you last weekend.
Saturday
at the Valley. Yeah. And I was blown away and I immediately went up to you afterwards and was like, hey, let's talk. So we set up this interview and it worked out really good. So thanks again for coming. So tell us a little bit about you and what do you got going on?
Yeah, I mean, where to begin? I love music. I am obsessed with music. I did a lot of classical training growing up, classical piano, but I really got into like musical theater and operatic voice stuff in my teens, but I've always had more of like a contemporary vibe. So for sure. I was told, like, you might, are you really gonna be like wearing the pearls like in a gown? Is that really you? And I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe that's not so much. I always wanted to be a songwriter. I felt like it was just something out of reach. Like, oh, is that really gonna be possible for me? And I don't know. I moved to Tacoma 2 years ago, but I left and I came back this January. I just packed up my car, drove up, and started going to Bob's Java Jive and doing karaoke.
Oh, nice.
And then I started doing open mics religiously. And then I did an open mic showcase at Bob's Java Jive, and my friend who hosted it was like, you have to do one original song. And I was terrified. And this was just a few months ago.
Wow.
And I was so incredibly nervous, but I found a song in me and performed it.
Right.
And then it was like the dam broke and I just started writing like a crazy person.
Wow.
Just all these songs started coming.
And this was how long ago?
2 months ago.
Wow. So all the stuff that I heard on Saturday was all new from just in the last couple of months. Wow. That's crazy. Very cool.
Yeah.
And so how much performing did you do before that? Like, so you just did open mic stuff?
So I did my very first open mic in Santa Cruz, California, at a place called the Ugly Mug.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Great spot. And that was, I think it was January 1st, and it was like torrential rain, mudslide. I was parked 4 blocks away. I didn't have a guitar case. I'm like shielding my guitar and me with this jacket. I'm sliding through the mud, and I'm just like, what? I shouldn't even do this. But I did. And then I think I got kind of hooked on open mic.
Oh, okay.
I really, and I host my own open mic now too, at Heritage Coffee and Plant House.
Oh, nice. Okay.
On Thursdays, which is also kind of a more intimate, quiet open mic. A lot of open mics are at bars, and then it's loud and it's great, but it's different.
Yeah, it is.
So, did I answer your question, or am I just going way off the rails?
No, you did. I think we're like learning about you. That's the point, right?
Okay.
Who are you? What have you been doing? So
who am I?
Tell me about like before all this. Like, did you do stuff in high school? Were you drama? Were you choir? All that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah.
What kind of stuff did you do there?
I did a ton of musical theater.
Okay.
So that was, but I was really nervous. I was very shy,
Okay.
even though I grew up doing like piano lessons and piano recitals. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was put in drama in my freshman year, and I was so terrified that I was like getting sick before every
Wow.
drama class. I was like, I've got to switch out of this. I can't do it. And I was on my way to switch. I was like 14. I was
Yeah.
on my way to switch with the guidance counselor and my drama teacher, who is this incredible woman named Karen Babbitt. She's a comedian. She's like, we could do a whole podcast talking about Karen Babbitt. But she was like, no, just give me 2 weeks. Just stay in the class for 2 weeks, and you will just be able to get up in front of people. That'll be the only goal. You don't ever have to be like a star. Okay. And then something happened, and some like barrier broke. And I think it just changed me even as a person.
Wow.
Like it changed everything. I became a kind of an outgoing person after that. So I always think of that moment just because my life could have gone a very different way if I didn't have that.
With a different teacher letting you leave, like everything would be different now. And I'm a teacher, so that's kind of interesting, right? When I hear those things. So that's really cool.
It's cool. In life, there are sometimes these like critical moments where you go like, whoa, everything could have been opposite. Because I also do visual art. So I was going to switch into like a drawing class.
Okay.
And I could have gone that way, but
you didn't. Now you're here. Wow, that's wild. And to be honest with you, seeing you on Saturday, I wouldn't have in a million years thought you had just started this year.
Thank you.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, I think, that is weird.
You have a very, like, you're a lead person. Like that's your style. That's what you put out there. It's your vibe. So that's incredible. Very cool.
Thank you.
Well, cool. Well, I'm glad I came Saturday. That was on a whim too. I knew a couple of the other bands, so I came just to support them. Part of this podcast is about musicians supporting musicians. And so I try to spread that word and try to get people out there doing that. And so two of those bands have been on this show. And so I just wanted to go see them. And then there you were. So very cool.
Oh, so Ben has been on your show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, she was on my show, I think, is Gilded Lily.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're great
and
too.
then, of course, Neverlife. I've played with them a bunch of times.
Oh.
Great group of guys. And because I was in a band not too long ago, and then that kind of broke up. And so I've been kind of, sidelined for a little while, but I'm ready to get back into it.
maybe with my band.
I know, that's what we're thinking, right?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. And then we could come on as that band.
Ooh.
That would be fun.
Love that.
All right. So part of the what we do in the show is I'll just kind of throw out some random questions and just kind of answer from your heart. What you're thinking. So let's start with because I've heard your music now. You're very eclectic. You're very lot going on there. So I would be curious to know, like, especially with music being kind of a new part of your life.
Songwriting.
Yeah, songwriting. Who and what influenced you the most musically in terms of what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Your live music.
I am diehard Beatles.
Oh,
that is, okay. I kind of like just fell in love with the Beatles really hard when I was 18, and I didn't really have a lot of exposure to them before that. Yeah. Weirdly. And I think I went through a phase of probably a year where I only listened to the Beatles. Like it was constant. It was a thing.
There's so much. They have so much material.
They do.
Yeah.
The White Album.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I can't live without it. Beethoven. I love classical music.
Me too.
I love Beethoven.
Very cool.
I think it's something specific about him, which is, I call it the Beethoven factor. And what he did, I read a biography on Brahms, but in the intro, the author talked about Beethoven, and he was like, Beethoven is, with every beat and every rest and every note, he is grabbing you by the shoulders and saying, I have something of supreme importance to tell you.
Very cool.
And so there's that, like, everything is like gripping you. And that is, I don't get sick of that.
Yeah.
I don't get sick of passionate stuff ever. So I think I like artists that are really intense. Yeah. It can be intensely funny, intensely sad, intensely angry. I'm there for it. Nice. So Beethoven does that real well.
That's cool. Any other classical ones?
all yeah. My favorite is actually Robert Schumann.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I love Bach, and I love Mendelssohn,
Yeah.
and I love Chopin.
I like Tchaikovsky a lot.
I
Yeah.
love the Russian composers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's one
and
of
I
my
love
favorites.
Rachmaninoff.
I don't know.
Rachmaninoff.
Oh, I'll have to look.
I'll send you some stuff.
Nice. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it. All right. How about thinking about inspiration? So we already know your teacher, your drama teacher.
Yeah.
Outside of that, though, is there anybody been in your life that's been someone that really kind of maybe kept you going once you made the decision, or kind of got you going in the first place? Is there anybody else in there?
Oh, I've had amazing teachers. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, gosh, it might. There. Oh, I mean, so I certainly had an incredible vocal coach or teacher.
Okay.
Her name's Catherine Adkins, and she's just the baddest. She's just incredible. So she molded me, and she was a very beautiful combination of like recognizing that I'm kind of a wild thing. Like
Okay.
I have to kind of blast off in my own way. I can't be too hemmed in.
I can
And
see
also
that.
being structured with me and lighting the fire under my ass a little bit and being like, practice really hard.
Yeah.
Being like, practice really hard, and then it'll be there in like 20 years. And that's really cool and really true.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you drill technique in there deep enough and long enough, then it'll just live there.
Yeah, but you flirt with technique a lot.
What do you mean?
I just mean in your style, like I feel like you really kind of you move around all the time. You don't like I wouldn't pigeonhole you in any genre.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
I'll take that as a compliment.
It is a compliment.
Thank
it really
you.
is. And I mean that from that sense too, where it's like when I hear you sing and that's what caught my eye is every song was a little bit different, but then a little bit back to the norm. And then like, you know what I mean? You're all over it. And I really liked that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so what do you think would attributed to that, like that style?
Okay. So like I want to talk about, I guess, like how a song gets made.
Okay.
That's what when you ask that question,
Yeah.
it makes me think
I like that.
of that.
Yeah. Because I think that's what I'm thinking about when I say that. The way you write lends to that idea of how your voice kind of goes around it and back. And, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but
I think you are.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Well, everybody will hear it here in a second, so they'll know what I'm trying to talk about when you sing for us. But
yeah.
So I mean, how about this from a songwriting standpoint? What do you think inspired that side of you? How you write?
So I don't know. So okay. So the process usually is, something just lands in my mind, like a tune or a phrase or an idea or a feeling, and I'm like, I have to like take that little thing and just let it, like plant it and then water it real good, and then like it grows really really fast into something, and then I have to trim it and prune it and then feed it and then let it keep growing, because there's that whole like the whole like kill your darlings idea, right? Like some of that good stuff, like some of the branches have to get pruned in order for more to come. So and it's often when I wake up from a nap, like that song that I played about my grandparents, which maybe we'll play that one. I don't know. It's either going to be that or Dad Bod. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. But that I woke up from a nap and I had this vivid dream about my grandparents, and they have passed away, and and they were amazing. Oh, me too. I wish that they could live forever. But yeah, I woke up and I was like, I need to write a song about them now, because I need a vehicle to get to them. I need to be able to feel like they're there. And so I wrote that song really fast. Wow. And I don't know how to say like what the influence.
It's just you.
It's just me.
Yeah. I can see that actually. That actually fits.
Yeah. Like
it fits your personality kind of.
Yeah. And when I do a cover, I try to honor the origins, the writer, the composer, the person, the artist, by not doing it the way that they do it.
All right.
That's
cool.
not that I'm like, oh, I'd be ripping them off, but I love doing covers in a really unexpected way. That is also very exciting.
And I think it's very exciting for the listener too, because even it's like, I love when you just get what the song is, like it takes you a moment and then you're like, oh, that's that, right?
Yeah,
I love
isn't that cool?
That's a fun
I love
thing.
that too. Yeah.
And it doesn't happen all the time,
Yeah.
I had recently, the last band I was in, we were all originals, and I was kind of vehemently against covers
that word.
for a while. It is a good word.
Vehemently.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, wait, is it vehemently or vehemently? What?
Anyway, I was against covers, and then one of my buddies came to see me play, and he was like, you guys should think about a cover. And I'm like, yeah, we don't really want to do that. And he's like, yeah, but think about it. You need to honor all those people that got you where you are, or some of them. Like, just honor them one song. Give them credit for why you are now playing music. And I thought,
I love
that makes a lot of sense. So then I started wanting to do covers a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I was only doing covers before. Obviously now I have a lot of songs that are mine, but I was only doing covers. And then now I think I'd like to shift more towards, I did more covers than I probably needed to on Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh, they want to hear what someone said to me. Another musician in the community who I respect was like, well, do you have something to say? I was like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, if you have something to say, then you should say it in music.
Nice.
And it's really simple. Like, that's a really simple idea, but it kind of blew the top off of my head. I was just like, oh, I should write songs because I have something to say from me. I don't need to just say the things that other people have said. They've already said it.
Yeah, and not writing for other people, writing for yourself.
Yeah, I think that's what is cool about the song about my grandparents, is that I wrote it for me and my family, but it speaks to other people, isn't that?
Sure. Yeah.
It works that way. I know, that's how Pixar makes their movies. Yeah. They do it for themselves, and if they all laugh, then they're like, then other people are gonna laugh. They don't think
that makes sense. Yeah, and if you're gonna rock out to a song, then other people are gonna rock out to a song, right?
That's the hope.
Yeah, I like it. Well, very cool. So again, this is a unique setting. So what we're gonna do differently this time is I usually just put on a track and we listen to it and then have you talk about it. So
okay,
I'm gonna have you have agreed to play live.
Yes.
So I'm going to have you play live for us. So we'll do 2 songs. And then I'll have you tell us a little bit about each song and what that kind of meant to you and the makeup of it and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What song do you want to start with?
Maybe we should do Douchebag.
Sounds good. Let's do Douchebag.
Cool. All right. This is a love song for Tacoma called Douchebag. What we had and the trouble we'd get into every morning doing the thing you like to do, and don't you know I like it too, douchebag. Oh, remembering what we had, 1,000 promises accompanied 1,000 of your kisses, but you broke them like you broke me. Hey, douchebag. Number 1 douchebag, my favorite douchebag. The way you rock your blue jeans, your backwards hat and cigarette, it means you're from Tacoma, Washington, and like to have too much fun, and it really drives me wild. Oh, douchebag, number 1 douchebag, my favorite douchebag. We would be rock steady if you'd learn to come and get me. I just wanna be your lady. I'd be the first fucking lady of the douchebag committee. Hey, whoa, douchebag, best thing I ever had. You had me slowly and completely. Yeah, you gave it to me. sweetly. If your friends all knew who I was, they'd really want to meet me. But you hide me in your mailbox where you keep all of your feelings. You say you're a real douchebag, but to me you're just a real sweetie. Oh, douchebag, you're glad to meet me. Oh, you made me mean mad douchebag, yeah. Douchebag, yeah. Remembering what we had, it makes me want to claw right through the concrete just to get closer to your street. I want to be really bad, just not as bad as you, yeah. Do whatever you want to do. Oh, amazing, beautiful douchebag. You really made me mean mad. And I know you really want to get some, babe, but I'm Tacoma wholesome. And I want more than just your bed, you bad, bad American douchebag. Na 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 na.
All right, that was Douchebag by Sam Cori. Tell us a little bit about that song. What inspired you to write that song? Besides the obvious.
What's the obvious?
The douchebags.
There's a douchebag. Yeah, it's funny. You know, I identify as a Tacoma person, and I feel this is my home. Like, I want to live here and be here forever and sing karaoke at Bob's Java Jive until I'm 130. And so there's like this type of guy that has the backwards hat and the jeans. I just did the walk for you. There's like a walk that they have and the cigarette, and I love it. And so it's kind of like, it's making fun of it, but it's also celebrating it.
That's awesome. I love that.
It's totally celebrating
because it does come across as both.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, I think, dealing with this idea of no one is bad. Even like there's just good in everybody, and like even yes,
we can use a lot more of that,
and that we can. And it's, to me, this song is kind of about, it's the kind of unconditional love that, you know, we should have for like the people, our people, and like a parent is going to love their kid even if they are a douchebag, right? And so why not, if you, even non-blood, we should be able to have that kind of love and like care for
appreciation for anybody around us, right?
Yeah. So sometimes people are douchebags, but
sometimes we are,
but they're still but they're still worthy of love.
Yeah, I agree. That's great.
To me, that's what
I love it.
To me, that's what it's about.
That's cool. It's kind of funny because we're both kind of new to Tacoma, because even though I've been doing this and working with Tacoma people, I just moved to Tacoma 2 weeks ago for real. So
wait, what?
Yeah, I was over in Puyallup.
Oh, I do love Puyallup.
Yeah,
I love the Value Village over there. It's big.
It is. You're right. All right.
This is a song for Tacoma. It's called Dad Bod. Hair down, space pod, yeah, want your dad bod. Hard day, piano fight, work that dad bod all night. Let me see that thing swing, yeah, you do your dad thing, na 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 na, na 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 na. My heart is hamburguesa, yeah, my brain like Bert Linguisa. Let me see that baked potato, shaking bacon, making me go super cutie, super booty, sweet on me like tutti fruity, na 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 na, na 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 na. Chop, shop, crop top, do me flirty, don't stop, mix it up, mix it tight, make me sweat and make me fight. Hot knife, red flame, baby, play my blame game. Cold door, dark spasm, make me get that floor orgasm, make it cry, make it hurt. That's the way to make me na 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 na. Talk night, heart flight, bend me, break me till it's right. Wham bam, thank you Sam, always Sam, it's never ma'am. Waste at work, my picture cam. Check my flicks on Instagram. Na 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 na. Yeah, wet brain, chest pain, spit my record, smell my name, baby. Work that dad bod. Let me see that hot rod. Think you got a long log. Sink you in that shrink bog. Na 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 na. Got that sexy dad bod. Come and heal my sad bod. Work that crazy dad bod. Come and change this sad bod, yeah. Na, 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 na. Sweet talk, flirty, do me dirty till I'm 30, tore up, broke hard. Babe, I need a flow chart. Take me down, make it round, pull me, scratch me on the ground. Na 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 na. Dad bod, come and heal this sad bod. Make me crazy hot rod. Gotta get that hot dog. Let me see that long log. Love you, dirty big hog. Drinking me like eggnog, sinking in that deep bog. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rough neck on the deck, bite that ass, slap that neck. Don't be shy, make me crazy. Work it, move this bitch. She lazy, 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 yeah. I'm popping it, I'm dropping it, I'm high like Mary Poppins is. Pizza bagel on the table, push me in it, make me go slow round sound, giving me that hard ground, take me down to Pound Town, spin me baby right round, 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 round. Ooh, ooh, oh, yeah, na, na, na. Bite me, scratch me, make me blue, drill me with that Tacoma screw. Twist it, pull it, flick it, bop it, drop it, pop it, never stop it. Show me what you got, show me all you glue. Mama wanna get it just as long as it is you. If you leave me, baby, I'll get sick. Need that mystical miracle morning. Yeah, you are the hoe that I'm going to pick. Give me a tour of that magical mystery. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You haven't it up since I've been born, but you like me 'cause I make you warm. Can't resist my mythical lady form. Work that sexy dad bod. Give it to me long log. Bigger than a gooey duck. That's lucky enough 'cause I like to fall. La 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 la. Na 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 na.
So that was Dad Bod. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Okay, Dad Bod is probably my favorite one to do. It's
fun.
Yeah. Well, so when I moved back to Tacoma, someone said like, "Yeah, you like this Dad Bod?" And I was like, what is that? What is that? And they're like, you know what, dad bod, it's like a thing. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. And so it stuck in my head. And then so I usually introduce that song as, this is a song for ladies who like dudes who don't go to the gym.
You did that Saturday.
I did.
Yeah.
I like to make people laugh.
Yeah.
If I can, or laugh at me. I'm fine if they laugh at me.
Yeah,
Dad
wrong
bod,
with that.
just laugh at me. I'm stupid. So it's it's about celebrating, and it's making fun of it too. It's like it. I don't know. I don't think I even understand all the layers of irony that are cooked into that song, but there's a lot of it.
It is. It's really good. I've heard it a couple times, and every time I hear it, I'm picking up on different aspects of the song.
What do you pick up on?
Just the lyrics, like different things you're talking about.
What jumped out for you?
I think this time it was it was about something on the floor. Yeah. And I was sitting over there and I just started laughing again. I'm like, oh my God.
Cold door, dark spasm, make me get that.
That's it.
Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that on the radio?
We already did, so hopefully it's okay.
Cold door, dark spasm, make me get that floor gas. Yeah, so awesome. It's a lot. I'm I'm a very, conservative person. And so it's very funny. There's, a weird irony also to me doing that song because it's
interesting.
so raunchy and wild.
Yeah.
But I'm a, more of a conservative gal.
Now that you say that, that's actually funny because I remember when I was watching you sing and when you did that song, I remember being like taken back for a second because you do present a little bit differently, and then you do that song, and you're like, "Whoa, this is crazy."
So
That's
part of me in life is I think spontaneity is the spice of life. I think it is the secret ingredient. So I have to do things every day where I surprise myself.
Yeah.
I do something where I'm like,
that's awesome. I mean, that's a philosophy, right? I mean, I like that a lot.
Yeah. It has worked well for me. It's something I've been working on for like a year.
Nice. Maybe it'll rub off on me. I hope so.
Yeah, spontaneity. Cool. So even if you just have to walk half a mile backwards, it's like
for no reason whatsoever.
Just confuse yourself.
Love it.
Oh, maybe something unexpected will happen to me.
Yeah.
Or in me.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for doing those live. That was very cool. First time I've ever done that here in the studio and having a musician come in and do their music live. So that was very cool.
Thank you for doing that. Thank you for letting me use your little keyboard.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us about where people can find you, where you're playing, coming up, any of that stuff. Plug away.
Okay. I do Instagram. So on my Instagram, I am Sam Cori, Cori. And that's really kind of the hub for me. That's if you go there, then you get connected to everything and see all my weird little videos and all my upcoming shows. So I'm doing an Alice in Wonderland thing,
right?
Where I dress up as her. We did it once at Mad Hat Tea Company with my bandmate TJ Cope. And so I'm doing that at Bob's Java Jive on the 27th of this month, and it's going to be fun and everyone should come.
That's awesome.
Costume party. There's lasers and projectors and like really cool covers and then all the original stuff, but like with a little bit of a trippy twist. Everything is going to feel a little Alice in Wonderlandy down the rabbit hole weird.
I like it.
So that's Perfect. And we're also doing a shorter set of that at the Valley on the 21st.
On the 21st of October.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
So 2 opportunities so far. There will probably be more to get in with the Alice vibe, which is very rock and roll.
Nice. I like it. And then, so what about anything coming up for you just doing solo songwriter stuff?
It's just Alice right now.
Okay.
So the solo stuff will come shortly.
Good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We just talked about we might do some recordings, so we'll get some recordings out there hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah. Well, Sam, it was so good to have you. Thank you so much for coming and doing this.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good luck with everything, and I'm going to be at your shows coming up for sure.
Great.
All right.
We'll dance.
Yeah.
Got to dance. Good. Bring your dancing shoes.
Will do.
Get weird.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you again to Radio Tacoma 101.9 FM for hosting this videocast on their Tacoma radio station on Fridays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 p.m. Thank you for taking the time to log in or tune in to Bands of Confusion, a videocast dedicated to highlighting local Pierce, Thurston, and King County artists, musicians, and venues. I am J.W. Collier, also known as JW_drummerboy on most social medias. I'm the drummer for our local indie rock band, and I am your host. I will see you next week, but until then, get out there and see some live music and support our amazing local music community.